That was my favorite. No, I didn't really like my job anyway. We were on stage at our night show on March 10th, and we're doing the conclusion, and the energy just felt like it was flowing. So good. But right when we fell, it just all came together.
The energy that came off of everyone, especially when we're playing and we're in the element of what the show is. 10 people together and creating something that was cool. Because it's chicken.
I wouldn't mind at all doing it next year, if everybody else was up for it.
My favorite moment was finishing up the Moore. Just having that feeling of everybody in the whole fat Moore theater, like, loving us. It was tight. I like the ninja game, but every time I've seen the ninja game outside of Conundrum, it just doesn't have the same effect. Put! That's about it.
I know I've been to many Garfield assemblies, and there's always heckling and booing and people showing off. And when Conundrum was going on, the room was silent and everybody was into the show. Everybody loved it. I mean, as soon as the show was over, everybody went up on their feet, roaring, clapping, the whole scene. It was hot.
Even people who had seen it before and saw it again were just overwhelmed at how much better it was. And it's because we didn't notice it, but as time went on, like, the chemistry between the group got so much stronger and made the show 10 times better without us even knowing it.
I think he did the best on the school part, with his body gestures and all that. I actually don't know how to read at all. I'm actually going solo Nalgene after this. Check out my MySpace.
I really enjoyed the conclusion because it was kind of more of a, I got to shine more in it. I stood out more. I enjoyed playing, so.
For me, Conundrum was a pretty incredible experience.
Well, I really enjoyed staying in 209 and working on buckets and doing beats.
I'm not sure if this is even on.
Yeah, Harry was it was just me, Tom, and Harry standing there. DBR walks up. DBR doesn't even say anything, but Harry just goes, "Sup, player?" And DBR didn't even say anything in response, just kind of walked on. But
So Leo, what did you think of performing at the Moore Theater? Shut up.
I think the best part about the Moore is the poop in the alley behind it.
Wait a sec, let's see. Do you guys remember the other names that we thought of?
Radamacue.
Helicafundrumic.
Stump was the original.
Stump. Helicafundrumic.
Helicafundrumic, Stump, Radamacue, Street Beat.
Yeah, what was that?
Street Beat.
Street Beat Street.
Let's hear from Harry.
Let's go down to Beat Street.
Harry thought of a filthy one. I forget what it was though. Block beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was tight.
We should have used that. Conundrum's lame.
Yeah.
What about Patrick Sheldon?
He was never in our group.
That was my
Patrick Sheldon, the voice of romance.
It's amazing. It's patrickshelton.com, I think. He just has all these glamour shots. It's
No, I saw he had these glamour shots at our performance.
Yeah, he was handing them out.
Were they
insane.
Were they like big glossy photos?
Yeah, they were like the glossy. He was like his little pose going.
I'm trying to be like Patrick Sheldon when I grow up.
Even when you grow younger.
The voice.
Shut up! Oh, this is on video. This is awesome.
Wait, we lost a cat, a job, a GPA.
social life. I had the worst.
I lost my sanity.
Yeah.
I went on down to the Audubon Zoo, and they all asked for you. They all asked for you. For who? Well, they even inquired about you.
What type Eytan wouldn't let me eat. Just like Conundrum really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Actually, my right ear has been f***ed up ever since that show. It's not Conundrum the show, it's Conundrum the group. If I could be one vegetable, I'd be a pea, because I could hide in a pond. And I'd be just like the other peas in the pond. And no one would ridicule me or laugh at me because I can't do this. Can we end this interview?
You can't really learn Conundrum. You live Conundrum.
The chemistry that we all had just kind of came together near the end. It was a good experience. I liked it. I thought it was well worthwhile.
I remember when I was having a conversation with a colleague who teaches at Nathan Hale. I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said at school. And I was explaining to him like what Garfield is about and the spontaneity and the energy and the life that this building has. And I told him that it was between classes, and this one kid started clapping rhythmically. And his buddy looked at him and said, all right, and he joined him in. And then like 4 other kids stopped what they were doing, and they started walking down the hall, like making beats, like banging on lockers, and just had sort of like a moving drum circle. And he looked at me and he's like, and we need some of that kind of life here. And I said, yeah, that's what Garfield's about, man. It's like I said, it's lively and it's fun and spontaneous. And that show I thought captured it perfectly.
I really like that Conundrum has become a vehicle to go crazy, banging a pot really loudly, and I think that's a beautiful thing. No, I had a really good time with Grace, especially. We talked a lot. We got in a lot of trouble for that. I don't know, just kind of a free spirit. Harry is a very kind person, and we talk on the bus sometimes about Conundrum, but not that long. He skipped a lot of Hebrew school.
Zach Power was great. Harry the Crucifier, Leo Hummel. The show that one of the shows that I saw, Leo did a backflip, and when he came down from his backflip, his feet hit the garbage can and made a boom sound. And I was thinking, man, these guys won't stop it. They'll take any risk to, like, you know, increase the percussive energy of this show. And then I remember I asked Leo afterwards, like, oh man, was that part of the act when you flip and you like crash your feet on top of the trash can? He sort of went like this. Yeah, that was intentional. We tried to do that. Grace McCarthy as the teacher in that little skit.
And then it was also really cool to work with people like Harry and Jittania and Grace and Leo.
Or people that you would like to thank.
Patrick Shelton, Voice of Romance.
Ackerman was big. Jittania Smith is in the show. She was strong. Oh, Ian Butler. When you guys did that little thing with you and Ian and Kris Brown. I love my favorite one was the spittoon skit with you and Kris. That was big. That was great stuff, man. It's quality.
I'm Spleed the Clown.
I was here for 4 hours until 11 o'clock at night on my birthday.
I don't think that'll ever happen to me again, which is kind of sad because it was really fun.
What Conundrum ended up as is absolutely nothing like how I envisioned it. How I thought Conundrum would be is that it would be a cute little show, and I thought it would be short. I thought it would go through like November, and we would do a couple small shows for the school. And that would be it. But what ended up happening was, as soon as we got going, like, just the chemistry just took off, and a show came to be, and it's 1,000 times better than I ever thought it would be. I'm really glad that we had this cast this year, this group of kids. I gave everyone a super hard time for their commitment and showing up to stuff. But the whole time I was really impressed by everyone's commitment. Like, I'm blessed to have a group of kids that would put stuff aside to come and spend time, working with me and doing stuff with me and with each other to put something together like this. And it was a once-in-a-lifetime incredible experience that very few other people have had anything like this, and we pulled it off. Conundrum sucked all the life out of me. There's no way to pull off a show like this without hard times, and we got through them, and we pulled off a show that is ingrained in Garfield's history and our own minds and memories, as well as everyone beside. My favorite part of Conundrum was after we'd performed, having the audience come up and actually be amazed by what we did. Not say, oh, that was cute, like we're kids doing something, but actually be impressed with the show that we put on. After each show, I'd see kind of a relieved and really kind of joyful look on everyone's face, like for a minute they felt it was worth it and they were enjoying themselves. Just the experience is something that I can always look back on it and be proud of, and be proud of everyone that was a part of it. And it was a real special experience. Ackerman's a little fish. No, Ackerman's my little brother, pretty much. Shamalama ding dong. I really liked the conclusion because every time that we did it, energy flowed and the audience loved it and we had a great time. Kris, I want to thank you for all the time, the energy that you put into this show, and you had a lot of sacrifices. You were the one that called everybody and that was there when I had questions and when I needed some support or some help, so I want to thank you for that. Ackerman, again, is like a little brother to me. I'm glad that he was a part of the show because I think that we bonded quite a bit, and we had a lot of good times, Ackerman and I, in the show. Ackerman also added a lot to the show because he had the abilities to figure stuff out quickly. Thanks, Tom, for being there. You're a swell guy. You're a lot of fun. Good performer. Tall. Kind of look like you're sleeping all the time. That's all right. You're kind of like Eeyore. Leo Hummel. It was cool having you in the group, man. You were able to give kind of a whole new element to the show. You had a different energy on stage, and obviously your acrobatics and such. But I'm really glad that you ended up being a part of Conundrum. That was solid. Harry's my guy. Harry's my dude. Anything Harry needs for the future, I got him covered. Harry is reliable. He can be funny. He can be silent. He's a good performer, and he's just a solid dude. Harry's super cool, man. So Harry, if you ever need help with something, I'm your dude. Grace always had a way to be positive about stuff. No matter what it was, she was able to pull the positive out of it. And the energy that Grace provided to our shows, I think, was her biggest asset, because she somehow, when she would come on stage, no matter what, she would bring a really great energy. And so Grace, thanks a lot for being a part of Conundrum. Yeah, I'm really glad that you were part of the show, Amy. You are a great drummer, you're a fun performer, you're a goofy gal. It's good that you were part of this. I think you contributed a lot. Zach is a cool guy. Zach is a cool guy. I think that my favorite part with Zach this year was when we performed at the Folklife Festival, both with the drumline and with some of the Conundrum kids. And all of the middle school girls would come up and hit on Zach after we were done performing, and then he would hit on them. Jittania was a great part of Conundrum. I don't think that we could have done the show without her. She helped us kind of round the cast. She has a really interesting personality, and she's into being challenged, is what I noticed. Is that a lot of the time, Jittania will maybe not know how to do something or not be comfortable with something, but then take that challenge and own up to it. I was super impressed by the way Jittania pulled off the More music at the More show. That was great. Eytan's an interesting guy. I'm not sure how much I really like him, but I'm glad that he put the show together. It's good stuff. Thanks, Conundrum. Yap yap, dibba-dow, bop bop, dibba-doom, dibba-dow, dibba-doom, dibba-doom, dibba-doom.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all of you guys. Conundrum. And all the crew that worked with us.
I didn't trim my nose hair, so I'm a little nervous about that.